Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Our channel? This is still my channel. As you may have guessed, we are so thrilled to announce that we are engaged to be married this summer. How long have we been together now?
Almost 2 years.
Close.
Not quite 2 years.
No, that's right. About 18, 19 months.
Yeah.
Thank you to all of you who have encouraged us, who have written us and said, hey, when are you guys getting married? It is happening. So as you can see, Roger and I are sitting here. We're going to answer a few of your questions. We took time out of our crazy day to sit here, and Lisa is behind the camera. Hey, Lee. And she's going to ask us some of your questions so we can keep you guys attuned with what's going on here. All right, let's start the Q&A.
Question number 1. How did you guys meet?
We met at Goodwill on Route 30 in Lancaster. We were both in there shopping, and I saw her, and I think she saw me kind of at the same time. And we just started talking for a little bit. Wasn't real long, a few minutes, and then weeks went on. We kept running into each other and kept talking some more. And
I wasn't checking you out. I was looking in your cart. I wanted to see what you were buying. I wanted to know if you were a reseller.
She wanted to see what the competition was buying.
That's kind of true. I thought you were really cute though too.
Every week we would talk for a little bit, and it just one thing led to another, and here we are.
Here we are. It's a good place to be.
Question number 2. What was your first impression?
I don't know that I remember the first day that I met Roger, but early on, we were both thrifting. It was a busy day. I think Goodwill was having some big sale, and I saw Roger and started talking to him, and I remember my first thought wasn't really a thought in my brain, but more like in my heart when he walked past and, you know, we just said a few words to each other. I thought, wow, if I could have a man like that, that would be amazing. I think it was more like a little prayer rather than a thought in my head. And yeah, that's what my first impression was. I remember one of the first times I got the nerve up to talk to Roger, I was talking to everybody in Goodwill. I'm just that type of shopper and that type of person. I want to know everybody's story, what everybody has in their cart. I love making friends. And I saw Roger, and he had a few things in his cart. I think he was trying to hide from me. And and I invited him to a reseller meetup. This was, I think, my first reseller meetup. We had about 25 people coming, and I asked Roger if he was a reseller. I kind of already knew that you were, yeah. But Roger was not sharing that information. And when I explained to him that a couple of us were getting together, I didn't tell him 20 or 25 of us. And I said, hey, do you want to go to a reseller meetup? Do you remember what you said?
I think I just said, I'm good.
That sounds about right. Roger, I think, looked at me as the competition, right?
In the beginning, I did, yeah.
Yeah. Am I not your competition now?
No.
No, because I can outshop you any day, right?
No, we buy things for each other. It works out great now.
Yeah, it does.
But
it does.
Yeah, I think I did look at you a little bit as the
really?
competition.
Oh, I was kind of kidding.
No.
Okay.
In the beginning, a little bit.
Yeah.
But you bought a lot of different things than what I did.
So Roger buys jerseys, sport equipment. He knows all the teams, every player that ever lived, I'm convinced. I can pull out a player from like 1922 and he knows who it is. I have no knowledge of that, so yeah, you really
know Wentz now.
Yes, I do, and I still have a jersey I can't get rid of. So if anybody's looking for a Wentz jersey, go to my store. Nobody wants those.
Question number 3. What was your first date?
Do you remember?
I do remember.
You do?
Yeah. We went to Texas Roadhouse. And I actually asked her in Goodwill if she wanted to go. She wanted to get a drink or some appetizers or something, and she said, "When were you thinking?" I said, "What about today?" So we did it. We did it that day, and there was a rainstorm right when we were getting ready to leave. There was like pretty much a large stream in front of Goodwill.
Yeah, it was torrential. That was crazy.
So we waited probably 10 or 15 minutes to leave because we didn't have our umbrellas with us. And then I asked her if she wanted to get in the shopping cart, and I would push her across the stream, but that never happened.
Yeah. I actually thought of climbing in the cart, and I was like, oh, okay, I don't want to scare them all together.
Question number 4. In what ways are you most alike?
There are so many ways that we're similar. It's a little scary. I think our values in life, what we value most, is really important to both of us and pretty much the same. A lot of our taste is the same, which is amazing to me because I'm like more New Yorky. I'm from Long Island, and Roger is from here in Pennsylvania. He's more of like not a country boy, but not really metropolitan or
more country than city.
Yeah. And we have so much in common, and we think a lot alike, which is great. And I think how we feel about things in life is very similar. So that is really refreshing. We are on the same page about a lot of things. What do you think is our similarities or what we have in common?
I think we just get along. We just have a great time no matter where we go.
That's true.
Whether we're going to a hockey game, we have a great time. Going out to eat. No matter what we do, just going for a walk in the park, we have a great time wherever we're at.
Yeah.
Thrifting, of course.
We do a lot of thrifting.
But there's
together.
other things, we do a lot of other things, and we just have a great time together.
Yeah.
We just seem to hit it off really well.
Yeah. And when I met Roger's family, I got to meet his kids and his grandkids, and I felt from the very beginning that I just fit right in, like I was part of the family before they even knew who I was, which showed me that we did have a lot in common. I think our families have a lot of the same values, and that's really important. So that's really nice. And he's made a great impression on my kids. In fact, Lisa called him Dad the other day.
The next question is, in what ways are you most different?
Oh, this is all you. I want to hear this. I want to hear the answer to this.
I think I'm a little more laid back.
Lisa just covered her mouth. She's trying not to laugh. You can laugh. I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe a little more.
We better start over.
No, go for it. Just keep talking. Just keep talking. Keep getting yourself in trouble. Roger and I have very different eating styles, totally different. I told him we definitely need the side-by-side refrigerator. One's going to be all meat and potatoes, and one is going to be all vegetables and fruits. But besides that, I don't think we eat anything the same. So that's probably our biggest difference, which not really hard to get over that. And yeah, will you try vegetables eventually?
Sure.
Probably not.
I eat a few.
Corn is not a vegetable.
Peas, lima beans, string beans.
You do.
I just don't eat broccoli and asparagus.
And salad.
And salad.
The next question is, how did the proposal go?
Oh, it went really well. I was surprised. I was so surprised. I wish I would have had that on film because I must have looked like a deer in headlights. So Roger and I, on one of our first get-togethers, we just sat and talked and shared what we were looking for in life. Do you remember that conversation?
Yeah.
I think it was one of the first times Roger came over to the house, and we just sat around and talked about what we were looking for. And because we're both in our 60s, it's not like, we were 20 years old, so we were pretty honest with each other. And we both talked about that we weren't dating just to date. We definitely were dating with the intention of getting married. And so early on we had said that, but I guess when Roger proposed, I don't know, I was just so surprised. I don't know why I was so surprised, but he did it in the best way ever. You did a really great job. I was just, and he did get down on one knee. For all you women out there, he was so wonderful. So Roger suggested one night that we play Scrabble. We've played a few times. We have our own board together, of course, from Goodwill. And we were playing Scrabble. And what did you ask for in the kitchen? You asked me to get you something, I think cough medicine or something. You had a sore throat. So me not thinking anything, and just let it be documented here, I was winning the Scrabble game before we got it sidetracked. I went into the kitchen to get cough medicine, and when I came back in, Roger was on one knee, but I thought you were on one knee because you were putting tiles on the board or getting new tiles out of the bag. And then when I looked down on the board, I'm going to show you what I saw. Roger had made this ahead of time, knowing we were going to play Scrabble, and he created this at home before he ever came to the house. So I hope you guys can see that. it might show backwards in the camera. It says, Karen, will you marry me? So there I come with the cough medicine. I was so glad I had cough medicine in the house. And I came in and I looked down on the board, and my first thought was like, how did he get the tiles out of the bag that quick to put it together to, and then I caught on that he was asking me to marry him. And I was just so surprised. And of course I said yes. And then when I picked it up, I realized Roger made this at home before he ever got to my house. He really didn't want to play Scrabble that night. That was part of the proposal, so it's all glued on cardboard, which is lovely because now I get to save this. So great proposal, honey. Love
Thank you. Love you.
Congratulations, Mom and Roger. This is Mellissa from Florida. I wanted to wish Roger and my mom a very happy engagement. We are so excited down here. And funny story, I have Scrabble letters. My mom had seen Roger a few times at Goodwill, and they had exchanged pleasantries, maybe a little talk or two, and she wasn't sure of exactly what his name was. So I told her, sneaky brain here, I told her to watch what he puts in his cart and then search eBay for that item, searching closest first, because she knew he lives close by. So she had found, I don't know, a board game of sorts. I don't know if it was this exact Scrabble, but a board game. Put the board game in, and we did a little deducing and came up with Roger. But of course you don't see the person's name, you only see their store name. So she at least knew what he sold and how long he had been selling, and his negatives and positives, a lot more positives of course. And so I was like, let me buy something. He doesn't know I exist. He doesn't know you have family in Florida. Let me buy something. So I went on and bought Scrabble letters. So these are the identical Scrabble letters, the exact same ones. I've been saving them all these years that I purchased, and they came, no frills, no nonsense, just they came in a poly mailer and they made it great. And I've been holding on to them because as soon as you know Roger, you just realize like he is a solid guy, he is kind, and I figured my mom would, continue to go on to date and potentially marry him, so I wanted to hold on. I'm not a sentimental person, and neither really is my mom, but I thought how sweet of a story that my mom kind of pursued what she wanted. Go out and get what's yours, Mom. Anyway, happy engagement. We love you. If you would like me to do anything with these, if you would like to own them, Mom, I can send them back to you. I can send them back to Roger now that I know his name. Love you guys. Bye.
The next question up is, do you have a wedding date in mind?
Do we have a wedding date in mind? Soon. I don't think that we've necessarily picked a date. We have talked about different ideas, and we started off with rings. Roger and I have decided to have wedding rings made, so that's next on the list. Roger did offer to buy me an engagement ring, but because we have bigger plans going on, I decided that I wanted to put the cost of an engagement ring into our home addition. So Roger and I have decided to add on to my house because, face it, when two resellers with over, how many items do you have in inventory? Not listings, but items in your house. Thousands.
Yeah,
thousands.
a few thousand.
I'm going to guess he has even more than me, probably. He just doesn't realize it. And you guys know me, I have about 5,000. So when we started talking about, getting married and living together, we realized we'd either need to move into a warehouse and make it a home, or make our home more like, have warehouse space. So we did shop for houses. Went to see quite a few houses and realized that we both thought my house was the better plan, and we're taking the money that we have saved together and we are adding an addition onto this house. So that is really exciting. Check back with me in a couple of months when we're living through the renovation and we're both selling out of this house. So Roger actually has our first architectural drawing. We've had the architect in, we have hired the contractor.
I'm not sure if you
Yeah,
can see it.
maybe we could do a screenshot. So all of this is an addition to the house. So we are adding about 650 square feet to the house. It'll be a master primary bedroom, a big bathroom, a walk-in closet, and a whole separate laundry area. And then the bedroom now, which is my bedroom, will be Roger's office. We will have a photography studio, and downstairs the basement is going to get switched around because now not only my items will be down there, but all of Roger's stuff. So when we film videos, it's going to be crazy good. So we will still be shooting videos through all of that craziness. I think digging starts April 4th, the contractors say.
Yep.
So we will have machinery here, and the house will be in big disarray. Right now you guys can't see it, but I have a double sink vanity in my dining room. So some of the supplies are starting to come in. So yeah, so that'll be great fun. Filming with all of this stuff, jackhammering and whatever else they do going on. But we are super excited. And it's going to be really great. We just wanted to end this part of the video with a huge thank you to all of you who have given us support, not only for myself on my channel, but the way that you welcomed Roger and the comments and just the outpouring of love. We are so very grateful that you guys have just made this whole transition into a single seller and a single seller being a couple, and you guys are just phenomenal. We did want to also share Roger's store. I get hundreds of messages wanting, you guys all want to know Roger's store, and he's going to share that now. So what is the name of your eBay store?
It's leazin, Leazin, and I mostly sell. I sell a lot of sports jerseys, golf shirts, and then I do also board games. Pretty much, if I think I can make money on it. I'll sell it.
Yeah.
But the majority of it is clothing and board games.
If you guys want to support us, continue to support us, or support Roger, you can go over and check out his store. I'll leave a link in the show notes. Again, leazin, Leazin. And just know when you receive something from Roger, it's not going to have tissue paper and be all pretty with a bow and everything. Roger's like a volume seller. So right now, what is your feedback, or how many items have you sold? It's crazy amount.
I think 120,000.
That's
my feedback.
Your feedback, 120,000. It's usually 3 times that amount for what you've sold. So
yeah, I think
Roger
I've sold about 250,000 items.
Probably even more, babe.
Yeah, maybe more than
so
that.
Roger is a volume seller. So he is shipping out. Like on your average ship out day, how many are you shipping out, would you say?
Probably 75 to 80.
Yeah. The other day I was talking, he said, oh, I have 140 to ship out. I'm like, oh, thank God that's not me. Although Roger's not doing lamps and crazy mirrors and stuff like that. You're pretty much clothing, right? The majority of it.
Majority.
But, and I
don't like breakables.
Yeah, neither do I. We also wanted to say a big thank you because we are fully paying for the home edition with the money I've made on YouTube. So for those of you who have watched my YouTube videos, thank you so much. I have saved every single penny I have made on YouTube. And along with Roger's savings, we are paying for the addition on our house. So we won't be going into debt. We're going to have all of this done, and it is paid for. Very, very appreciative. You guys have no idea. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Very much appreciate it. All right, guys, so we are going to include you in everything we do. We're going to be thrifting together. Now, we won't always film together because Roger shops even more than I do. We'll be keeping you abreast of all the craziness going on here, and I'll probably end this video showing you the double bathroom vanity sink in my dining room. So that's great fun. All right, guys, hit that like and subscribe button. The channel will still be called Lavender Clothesline, so you can always find both of us here. And thanks again. Go out and get what's yours. So here is a shot of the dining room. This is normally where I film for YouTube. So you guys are going to see some craziness going on. Who else has a bathroom vanity in their dining room? But you know me, I have to catch things when they're on sale. So I found this in Pottery Barn, the outlet. You guys know me, I go to Pottery Barn outlet a lot. And this is exactly what we needed for the new primary bathroom that's going in. Pretty marble top, or rather quartz, I guess. And we are not big fans of the gold. I mean, it's pretty. We're going to paint those black, and we have to get fixtures. We're going to do the blue with wood, kind of like a southwestern look, we're thinking. This is a shelf that I picked up in Home Goods. It's really, I think, like a spice rack, but I'm going to use this for towels and soaps by the tub. We're going to put it in a separate tub and shower. And these are the mirrors. I have 2 of them. It's kind of like a bent wood look. Rachel Zoe or Zoe, I don't know how to say her name. Those are going to go above the sinks. And we are collecting a few wood things. We both love wood. Roger just picked up this bowl. I don't know what we're going to keep in here. Probably towels or washcloths rolled up. So yeah, so that's what my dining room is looking like, along with the big breast lamp that I'm selling. And the house is just going to get more and more crazy because a lot of what's going to come into the new addition will be stored in this part of the house. But all right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Go out and get what's yours.